Alright, you're welcome back to another session with excellent tutorials. Today we are looking at further questions on factorization. The question says factorize m cubed minus m squared plus 2m minus 2. This looks like a polynomial to me, and we want to factorize this. What are we going to do to solve this problem? So please follow me as I make attempts to solve this problem. Please know that mathematics is not magic, it is logic. There are steps to follow. Once you understand the steps to follow, you will not have a problem to solve the problem. This problem now needs factorization. The first thing you need to need is to find at least a factor of what you have on the board. And in order to get at least one factor, this first step, you do it by trial and error. You start from the number 1. You can use +1 or you can use -1. So what you do is that you assume that, let's say the value of m is 1. If I put m is 1 here, will it give me 0? If I say m is 1, will it give me 0? Now you try for +1. If it doesn't work, you try for -1. If it doesn't work, you move ahead and try for +2. If it doesn't work, you try for -2. So I'm going to start with +1 and see if it's going to give me 0. If I say m is +1, for example, if I say m is +1, then I will have 1 raised to the power 3 minus 1 squared plus 2 minus 2. So this is 1 raised to the power 3 is 1 minus 1 squared, which is 1 plus 2 minus 2. 1 minus 1 will give me what? 0. 2 minus 2 will also give me 0. So it means that if one of the factors of this problem you see here is, one of the factors is 1, because you see that if you look at it, you discover that when we said m is equal to 1, we arrive at 0. So one of the factors is m is equal to 1. The value of m, is equal to 1. It means that m minus 1 is a factor. Remember your quadratic equation. So you bring this one back to this place. This becomes m minus 1, meaning m minus 1 is a factor of this polynomial. So now let us try and factorize. We are going to divide using m minus 1, which is one of the factors. Then m raised to the power 3 minus m squared plus 2m minus 2. Needless to remind you again, assuming when we said m is equal to 1, we did not get 0. We would have tried m is equal to -1. And if it was m is equal to -1 we used that we got 0, this one would have become m plus 1, because the sign has to come back to the other side. But since m is equal to 1 was what gave us the correct answer, just move 1 back to this place, it becomes -1. So m minus 1 is a factor of this expression. So we want to divide it now. So m in m cubed will give us what? M squared. Multiply this by this, m times m squared will give you m cubed. -1 times m squared will give you minus m squared. Then you rule, then you subtract. M cubed minus m cubed will give you 0, minus m squared minus m squared. That is minus and minus will give you plus. Minus m squared plus m squared will also give you 0. This will also give you 0. Then that means the only thing you have left with is plus 2m. So you ask yourself, how many times can m go in this one? You have plus 2. M times 2 will give you 2m. Minus 1 times 2 will give you minus 2. Then you rule again. Then you subtract. 2m minus 2m will give you 0. Then you have minus 2. Then you bring minus 2. The remaining minus 2 that you have, you bring the remaining minus 2 that you have, you bring it down. Minus 2 minus 2. Now this can no longer be further divided. You cannot say m goes in -2. There is nothing to divide here again. So this is where you are going to stop. So to factorize this expression, it means that the And your answer is m minus 1, and then you have m squared plus 2. That is your answer. This is the remainder now, and this cannot be further broken down. So this is where you are going to stop the division. So the factor of this expression is m minus 1 and m squared plus 2. If you try to see whether your answer is correct, m times m squared will give you m cubed, m times 2 will give you 2m, minus 1 times m squared will give you minus m squared, minus 1 times plus 2 will give you minus 2. That is the proof that your answer is correct. So this is the correct answer. So thank you very much for joining us today. Don't forget, keep liking, keep sharing, keep following us. We have more questions for you, and I'm very sure that if you keep following us on this page, your mathematical life will not remain the same again. Please do take care of yourself and continue to study. Goodbye.